What up, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Webtoon Discovery. I'm excited because last time we found some really nice ones, and hopefully, we're going to find some other really awesome Webtoons. And not to mention, this is turning out to be just an absolutely amazing opportunity to meet some wonderful creators like Loki. Lord of Chaos creator is an absolutely wonderful person. And then we also got an upcoming interview with one of the other ones that we discovered here, the one about the goblins. So let's jump into it again. Let's go ahead and find some new webtoons, see what's going on. And as always, we got to start out on the very first page. So as we go down, for the creators that may be tuning in or watching the recording, we're also going to talk a little bit about, as we go through here, ways to help get readers' attention. And we're going to go through and talk about the covers as well. Because whether you like it or not, the covers are the single most important thing whenever it comes to webtoons and getting readers. Because as you can see, like whenever you pop into webtoons, for example, like this is what you see. Like these are all originals, and originals. So like there's no room really on the first page for canvas. So you have to be specifically looking for canvas by going to the canvas section. And then up here, these are going to be your recommended series. I think these are the editor picks. And then basically your heavy hitting webtoons with like multiple millions, and this is basically the shining exception here. But look at all this, millions and high hundreds of thousands of views. So all of us other creators are going to be relying on readers to check this. So the key thing to this is you need to make sure that you're paying attention to how your cover is. Basically, go here before, like while you're creating your art, look at your genre. Like, for example, I'm in fantasy, so I need to go onto this genre right here and look, what am I up against? Like, as you can see, like, this is a captivating piece, which we're going to look at today, apparently. This is captivating. Da, da, da. And those would be, and obviously this one right here, I haven't clicked on this one. I was going to click on this one before, but these are the ones that stick out. You got this beautiful painting piece right here. You got this really nice shaded piece with a really nice eye. I think that's an eye right there. Like it catches your eye, really nice artwork. This is okay. I mean, it looks good quality, but these covers are gonna really tune your reader into the type of art that you're gonna be offering to them. And definitely don't clickbait people, because I would honestly probably give a really low rating if you had like a piece like this and the actual art's like this. Nothing's wrong with this art, but if you're not putting your relative art style quality and skill, then basically you're clickbaiting me, and I don't appreciate that, nor do the other creators there. So we've got a couple of fantasy. I like to mix it up. By the way, that this one was actually a strong looking contender. Fuck. Oops. This was actually a strong looking, but I've already got a slice of life, and I'm not too huge into that actual one. So let's go on to the second page. Voice of the Sirens got a really nice look, in the colors pop in here. Can't exactly tell what's going on here, but I can get an idea that it's going to be pretty good. Do 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 do. This one actually looks pretty good, but once again, not looking for another drama. Da 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 da. And last time I think we were able to get through like four. Yeah, four. So we're not going to jump into that again. I'm actually looking for a romance piece and a horror piece is what I'm looking for here. All I am, maybe. If we can't find another romance, we'll go there. Maybe. I'm not looking for something so. This has a really nice cover. I'm really digging that cover right there, and I'm not seeing any horror. So let's go to horror, see what's popping up on the first three pages. If we don't see anything that looks appealing, then we'll go somewhere else. This is actually a really good one if you have not seen Devil's Covenant. Not really looking to just do some more creepypasta life. I wasn't too thoroughly impressed with the last creepypasta thing I saw. Maybe 7 characters. The void is, ooh, I really do like the perspective shot of this one. And yeah, I know what you're saying. You're like, oh gosh, you're never gonna make all these webtoons. Look at how many you got. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. We're gonna see what we got. So I ain't gotta go back here and look later. So we're supposedly in the horror section. So I'm hoping these are at least subgenre horrors. Hey, look. By the way, Yandere. I would not click on this. Just one, we're gonna click on it, but this is just as kind of like a site. Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, Yandere. So here's my problem with this. One, they literally just copied and pasted a clip from, you know, Attack on Titan. That's not cool. So basically, this series will be LGBTQ plus. Don't hate on them. I will be working on them. And might post until Thursday, Friday. If you don't like the series, then let me know by commenting. Hope you enjoy this. So here's the thing. We're gonna go into this because I was actually in what is it? The Webtoons opinion pieces, and we ended up seeing some of these. So like a complaint. So like this is a huge thing right here. Like, don't do this. We talked about this last time. Do not, please do not just copy and paste an image like this, then basically not even have the series ready. Because it took up a slot. So, anyway, enough digressing. We've already spent 6 minutes. So, hopefully, the artists out there, you guys have enough to go off of as far as hints and tricks. So, we're going to go into Theresa. Lovely cover. The forces of heaven and hell are making Earth their battlefield. Both sides are using humans as fodder for their war. Teresa is a young woman caught between worlds. Her birthright gives her incredible powers that she uses to carve her own bloody path through the apocalypse. Okay, so far so good. Let's check it out. Man, I got this Lord of the Rings music apparently on. Okay, so it's comic style. One thing I wish is like if you're doing a comic style, please put whether you go left or right to left, because it always takes me a little bit to figure out. Because some people do manga style, right to left, other styles not really. So we are thrust into this world, helpless, without choice. We do not get to choose our lot in life or the responsibilities that we are burdened with. They are chosen for us. But we are not victims of circumstance. In the face of overwhelming odds, we can rise to meet our calling in life. Your role in all of this may be difficult to understand. However, the gears of fate, however, began to turn. When the time comes, you may decide, or you have a decision to make. Young Theresa. Teresa, is it Teresa? I'm going to call it Theresa. Theresa, it is my sincerest belief that you are destined for something great. All right. That's what I got to say about that one. Sibling rivalry. Ready to give up. See, this is it's kind of hard to read. It's one of those complaints that I had last time. It is honestly kind of hard to read. So, ready to give up. It's getting boring winning this much. You'll eat those words. Word, boy. You'll eat those words. Word, boy. That's weird. Word, boy. Shut up. Well, maybe if your big stupid head wasn't blocking the screen. What head? This head? This better? Clunk. Hey, what the hell? Sorry, I was aiming for the trash. Yeah, well, you missed. That's debatable. All right. This is so stupid. Why do I do this? What is the point? It happens to everyone sooner or later. It's inevitable. So why am I up thinking about it again? Is it the lack of control? Uncertainty? What's wrong with me? The usual things don't even make me happy anymore. Everything feels so temporary, fleeting. Why I can't focus on my life instead of my inevitable death. It is like an excuse to never try because it won't matter eventually. I'll be dead, and whatever I accomplish will be forgotten, lost to eternity, just like everyone else. It's like them. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck! I'm so tired. Okay. Hey, are you ready yet? About that. I'm not so sure I want to go out tonight. Ugh, blah. I've had that. I have that essay I've been putting off for and fudging. What the fuck? I have that essay I've been putting off and Fudgens has been lashing out. I'm not sure where he's been pooping, but the litter box has been empty for days now. This happens all the time. I had to throw my shoes out last time. I'm not talking about fuggings. We make plans and you bail on me last minute. But I'm in my pajamas. It's pajama time. Be that as it may, I think you should come out tonight. If you don't have any fun, you can punch me in the spleen. Fine. Make it in the throat, and I reserve the right to double it, pending the severity of social anxiety I suffer at the hands of your alleged fun. Okay, so that's as far as we're gonna read. Not bad. I like the art style. The only thing that I really have to comment and critique on is it may be a little bit better on mobile, but generally I don't find that it is. Is these words are really, really small and hard to read. Like, even though I've got a huge monitor, these would be hard to read. So please keep in mind that on the Webtoon platform to make these words a little bit easier to read for us. Other than that, let's look. Let's give it a booty smack. Boom. So another critique. By the way, love the pants. ADHD kicking in right there. So one thing that I will critique is I don't know who these people are. We're 4 episodes in. We have the opening character right here who they're in a hood, so this person right here does not match this person right here. So you got the opening character, the opening mystery character who's assumingly given the dialogue. You got these 2 characters here, and then you got the other character plus a character on the phone. I don't know who any of these people are, so I'm potentially 5 episodes in, and let's see if these are uploaded at the same time, because that will be a determining factor. So basically, they were uploaded a day or 2 apart, which is, I guess, fine, but if at all possible, I would recommend combining those and combining it up until you get to basically who's the main character, what's the actual story, because right now you got a bunch of disconnected stories that it feels like that aren't matching up and may be hard to pull readers in. So that would be my only feedback there. Other than that, nice. Alrighty, so we got ourselves a horror. Started in 2020 and it looks like it's updating. It's got a weird upload schedule, so it's basically like every 3 to 5 days. I bet this is gonna be traditional. I bet it is. I bet. So Merry Christmas. You guys know how I feel. I always hate opening up on something that's not the actual. I mean, the art's nice, but if you're going to start your webtoon, start your actual webtoon and then put these pieces a little bit later. Because once again, people come for webtoons, not title cards, not welcomes. If you're going to do a welcome, put it at the bottom or top, probably at the bottom of the webtoon of the actual episode. Because that way you don't lose readers who are just like, and now I got to go to episode 2 just to see if I want to read the story. Rather than at the bottom where they already got a taste of what you're going to offer them. So, waff, waff. Sorry, that's from a dog I heard earlier. He just sounded so sluggish. Let's just put it that way. Crazy. This family is insane. Waff, 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 waff. I will never say wolf again. Here, eat this. I'm stuck here with this crazy septuplet. They're all killers. They're psycho, and yet you're the one feeding them human remains. Got it. Oi! You two better behave, or you don't want me to feed you again. Who's talking? I can't remember how I was trapped here. Every day is a bad day for me. Good boy. This is good for you. They tortured me. They treated me like a doll. Let me go, let me go. No, they are cruel. They torture everyone they meet and kill them. They are devils. You're crazy. What do you want to do, huh? Well, I think that's kind of obvious. What do I want to use today? Sever scapulet, I guess. I don't know. Hey, are you listening to me? You're being pretty demanding. You know that? Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, I think the clothes have been washed. Somebody, please help me. Maria. Oh, so you just dry the bodies, you know, with the clothes? How are you gonna get the stains out? You're just putting the fucking stains in. Did you use the baseball bat that I always use? I feel like I've seen this somewhere. No, try asking Aka. Maybe he knows. I want to get out of here. But I'm scared because I think they're always watching me. Aki, did you use my baseball bat? Go ask somebody else. Don't bother me. Yeah, I seriously think I've seen this somewhere. What is your problem? Are you blind? Not see me playing? Are you blind? Not see me playing with him? But do you see my baseball bat? Did you see my baseball bat? Do you want me to repeat my words? You want me to repeat my words too? What are you waiting for? Hurry up. The show is going to start. This is not what I want. What are you talking about? Didn't you say you wanted to live calmly? So this is how it is. Or do you want me to help? I'm lazy to stand. I count to 3. You start, or you better start now. 1, 2, 3. Ow! Eat it. Today is a little special because there is grilled meat. I hope you like it. There was effort. That was effort. Oh, snap. You guys. They forgot. By the way, for the first one that we read, boom, there's a link. Here's a link to this one. And as always, like, we're going to check out a few episodes from each. So if you like any of these webtoons, make sure that you please check them out. There's lots of great content, and whether or not I like something really honestly doesn't matter because everyone has different tastes. Like, I don't necessarily like romance, but I read romance, and I know a lot of people who tune in definitely do like romance. So if this is appealing to you, definitely check it out. Leave a comment, leave them a rating, leave them a like, share the news, because ultimately that's what this is about, is discovering webtoons and providing feedback to creators. You know, just as, you know, a fellow creator myself, not a master at the craft, but I'm offering it as a reader, my perspective. So the one thing that I would give feedback on for this one is here, I don't think she's introduced early enough. Because like you have this dialogue here and you have this person, but you're introducing so many characters at once. You got this person here, and I honestly thought, is it this person? And they're being forced to feed. So you got this person, and and there's no real defined way to know because that setting, whether it's this person, whether it's that person, whether it's her, whether it's him, and then you got this person. So once again, it's not necessarily made super clear about whether this is a prisoner or whether it's somebody that has been tortured and now they're a part of the family. So now they're acting as part of the family. And then you got basically this person here. So you got a total of 7 characters that are being introduced, and they're not clearly defined as like who's who at this point. Where we have ideas, but we're not even sure who the main character is. Oh, sorry, 8 characters, and then we finally get a better glimpse of her with her purple hair and the introduction of her at the very end. And potentially, I don't, maybe 9, because I'm not sure if we saw this guy earlier. So lots of characters, not a lot of clarity. So it's kind of confusing. The art style is pretty standard for a webtoon, so no real comments there. Definitely watch the grammar though, because there were some. Do you want me to repeat my words? Do you see my baseball bat? Do would be a better word than do would be did. Did you see my bat? Are you blind? Up here could also be can't you see me playing with him or something like that. So also just from a preference standpoint and kind of a standardization is you with word balloons, instead of aligning it to the left or right, you want to use center, because that way it balances the word balloon out, because as you can kind of see here, you have a ton of white space, so the word balloon feels heavy on one side than the other. So that was 7 characters. Definitely check it out. And a final note is, please, creators, please put your stuff at the bottom. Socials, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, doesn't matter. Make sure you put it that way people can follow you and support your content outside of just this. So that is Theresa. Theresa, Merry Christmas. Now we're going to jump into our first romance. I'm excited about this one. And 37 pages. Man, I need to get on this romance train. So what do we got here? Prologue. Let's see if a prologue is required. So, Nyx, 14 days with a merman. All right. Wee! Oh, Clara. Bonk. Ah. Are you okay, honey? Yeah, Dad. It's just a scratch. Puts down. Okay, all right. Lots of shoes, lots of woohoos. Don't go too close to the lake, Clara. You don't know if there's alligators in there. Haven't you seen the news? Don't worry, I won't. Because I'm going to do what I want. Tap, 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 tap. Bro, you got a cell phone using a typewriter. Get with the ages. Get yourself a PC. Yeah, I said PC, so what? I don't like Mac. My personal preference. I can do what I want. It's on my channel. Diggity diggity dig. Hey, Clara, you're looking pretty close to the water. Yes, I've arrived. I started the manuscript, of course. Yes, I know. No. 2 weeks should be okay. I can do it. This man's fucking prolific if he's talking about doing a manuscript. The fastest I've ever done is about 90,000 words in a month. And that was the 3rd book in the Collapse of the Great Collection. And that was like almost 8 to 10K a day. That was like, I had to build myself up for that one. Ooh. More active on Tapas, but okay, whatever. Boom, let's go. I read they have a library with tons of books on the legends and lore. I'm gonna check that out tomorrow. I think I'll read up on a little on sirens and merfolk. Yes. Bye. Daddy, Daddy! That stupid crab wanted to attack me! I'm sure it didn't mean to. How's your new book going, Daddy? It's going fine. See? I've already written out a few pages for characters and world. Or, I've already written out a few pages for characters and the world they'll live in. Cool. Can I see? No! Wait. Oh, Clara. It's only 2 pages, my man. You can start over. It's just a draft. We're gonna draft it anyway. I'm so sorry, Daddy. It's okay, honey. It's not your fault. I was going to destroy it later, anyway. It's been a long day. How about we make some tea and have a cake we bought on the way here? Huh? Oh, yeah. Huh? Ah! I'm not screaming. The old lady's next door, and I haven't reset point of insanity yet. So far, so good. Give it a booty smack. Pow. Are you okay? Did you choke on the cake? No! Clara, a merman! What? A merman brought your paper back, Daddy. Look! I don't see anything, but the papers are back. There's nothing there, Clara. I'm telling you, Daddy, it was a merman! So one thing to watch out for is page layout is this is kind of confusing because you go, does it go here, 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 or here, here, here? I know naturally you read down and then over, but I don't know. The fact that this bleeds into the first panel is kind of confusing rather than being completely in the second into the third. Clara, there are no such thing as mermans. But I saw him! And then, how do you explain the papers coming back? Clara, we just got lucky. The waves must have brought it back. But why do you think it... Oh, that's him. But why do you think it was a mermaid and not a maid? He wasn't wearing a shell bra, duh! You don't know anything, Daddy. So, okay, you know what? I like this one. It's really cute, really harmless, really kind of fun. The only thing I would watch out for is the word balloons, like the actual text, because sometimes it is a little bit hard to read with the calligraphy there. But overall, I like the characters. I like the drawing. It's the blue tint's an interesting choice. So, altogether, good to go. And a really small wiener. Yeah, so what? I can say it. Alright, so once again, we got another one here. Let's check it out. So, we didn't read far enough, but overall, it actually didn't seem like a prologue for the last webtoon. It actually seemed like a straight up, the opening, so who knows? Why don't you check it out? Let me know in the comments if it was actually like a good prologue or whether it should have been the start of the story itself. Voice of the Siren. Prologue, Part 1. Warning, this contains adult themes and violence and drugs. 225 EC. By the way, for those of you who haven't made it to the channel, I have a little bit of dyslexia, so if I fuck something up, I'm probably not going to correct it. What? The Noctis Labyrinthius. Got a little bit of blood. Got a little bit of blood. Got a little kid walking to the mysterious door. Got some goop juice. By the way, if you don't get the reference, check out Markiplier's Resident Evil video. Then you'll get it. Ooh, merman. They got the tails and all that. I like it though. Hey, where are they? I'm blocked from seeing any. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Gulp. Thanks for reading and thank you for actually putting your socials. It makes me happy. A lot of good work put in. All right, all right. So far, I'm liking the art style. I'm liking the deep reds and blues. Mio, where the fuck is? Well, you know, when you walk up to an extra celestial being and you just start making demands, sometimes you just gotta get checked. And sometimes that check looks like a rapier through the fucking chest. Give him the goop juice. I think I think you need to remove the I don't know, the spike. Maybe that would be lovely for you to do before you start giving the goop juice. Yo, I love it. I love it. Just all right. Look, we're just here for crack. Is that crack or crack? I don't know. I'm gonna assume crack. Slide. What about Goopy? Aren't you gonna do something about the, I don't know, the pillar in his fucking chest? Or her, I don't know. I'm unsure. Don't. You didn't even have the common courtesy to remove the spike from your chest. Is there a difference? Okay, so these two panels are exactly the same. I'm going to assume this is trying to show a progression in time. Maybe a progression in time? I don't really know. Oh, this, they're different. Okay. Yeah, if you guys can tell, I'm like bouncing back and forth trying to figure out. Okay, so these two appear to be the exact same, and the only difference between these is this dude's arm, and like these two arms here, and her feet placement, and then they're gone. Is it gonna fall? Is it gonna fall? Is it gonna fall? No, it didn't fall. Okay. Since we're on this page, my only feedback for this one would be, um, what I feel as a reader, what was trying to be conveyed is a passage of time here. But it honestly wasn't clear because there's not enough difference in the pieces or the framing. And I do understand like you want to conserve time by reusing images as much as possible. But a potentially better option to convey that would have been instead of having these people already in frame, if you only wanted these two to be a little bit different, would be to have what I'm assuming, based on the long hair, is have the girl come into frame, have her be where she is in this piece, have him further back, and then have him reaching her, like right next to her. Maybe had are they just standing there watching in the exact same pose while these people are running up? But at least with these two, a better conveyance of motion would have been cool. And if they're all looking, then it looks like this person is kind of looking down. This person is like looking at this person. They're still running over. So, and especially like this is such a huge gap. This is conveying such a much longer gap in time. So if these people would be standing still rather than potentially moving by the motion of their feet, it would have been better conveyed and potentially a little bit of head turn on this woman right here to actually look to convey that sense of like, oh shit, everyone's looking down. And then I think this piece is just fine as it is. Or potentially, if you really wanted to go cool with it, slap all these panels together and just basically have one mega panel. That would be interesting to pull off. But that's just my thoughts, potential feedback. And I'm just gonna clarify in case anyone hasn't seen this, none of this feedback is ever meant to be mean-spirited, mean-hearted. It's all meant to just be constructive. The things that I personally like, the things that I personally wasn't a fan of, ways to improve from my perspective as a reader here. Just thoughts. So they're never directive, just recommendations. And ultimately, the goal is to try to help each other. I mean, and if you want to check my stuff and give me feedback, I'm always open for it. I'm not above feedback. I love feedback as long as it's constructive and just not mean-spirited. And same thing for any viewer here. If you're a creator viewer, don't go to these Webtoon creators and just harass them, bust their shit up, whether you liked it or not. If you want to hit them up and be like, hey, I loved your stuff, let them know where you came from. And that's cool. So once again, we're back here. Conveying the exact same panels as last time. All right, interesting. Your reasoning. We came here to ask for help. Elaborate. Where do I even start? Well, you could start by not just rolling up in somebody's shit and stabbing them. That would be nice, but I guess, you know, common courtesy does dictate you don't roll up in someone else's house and start cursing at them. So, you know, maybe a stab through the chest was the right answer here. The presentation context is for you to choose. May I express multiple views? Pop, pop, pop. I do enjoy this. This is really nice. Yes, you may. Mio, of all the occurrences humans value, of all the occurrences humans value, of all the cases in human history that I could present and tell you, a value being I must share this full story. Okay. You know what? As much as I'm liking where this story is getting into, definitely gonna call it on this one. So once again, we actually got this creator's handle, especially this one seems like it's packed full of content. The prologue is finished. Thanks for sticking around to episode 1. So actually jump into the story, check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Hit me up on some of my videos on that Twitter, Tikatook. So, okay, episode 1. So now we're going to go into a fantasy drama. A drama. I know did I not send that last one? The voice of Siren, here is their handles. You know, just so I don't forget, we're going to do this one as well. Ooh, this one looks like it's a long one. They say a home isn't a place. It's a feeling. But I don't know what it feels like. I must have before they sailed across the Agris and destroyed my home. All right, let's see what you got, Olive Coat. Beautiful opening with transition, nice soft panel trans. I wonder, is this the way to Hemsburg? They said to just follow the river, but I haven't seen another soul in weeks. Well, except Scruffy. Although although there were those strange runes in the trees a while back, I was sure I'd bump into somebody there. Then again, they did look pretty old. What if every step I take only brings me deeper into the forest? At least the trees have a lot of fruit, but the wind keeps getting colder. And it's raining again. I better find shelter. A hole? A burrow! It's small, but then so am I. I wonder if Scruffy will find me here. It'd be cold out there. Maybe he'll bring in some supper. There's nothing to do but wait. The hangman's noose. Another broken snare. What creator could be smart enough to set off these? A raccoon. Shuffle, ruffle. A wolf. There are no wolves. Run, run. This close to the farm? Run. The burrow. Hey there, Scruff. Someone's inside? Did you catch anything? A cold. Oh, not even a chip. Hey, you in there! What are you doing in my father's orchard? Olive coat. Alright. I'm liking it. Beautiful art style. Nice character openings. I like it. I like it. What are you doing in my father's orchard? Back away. Who are you? Please, I mean no harm. How did you come by this place? I just followed the river. They said it would lead me to Helmsburg. They? The others. Refugees for Corin. And where are the others? They were attacked and got separated on our ways to Helmsburg. Am I here? Is this it? Yes and no. You're on the outskirts. The city is miles away. I'm taking you to my father. He'll know what to do with you. Am I in trouble? That depends entirely on what you tell him. The wolf stays. Scruffy's tame. He won't hurt anyone. Scruff? What the hell? Suit yourself. I'll let my father decide. A hat? No coat. Shoes. What is she wearing? Where to? Follow me. It's a long way in the rain. So your father owns this orchard? Orchard, right. And you're the one who made all those things in the bushes. Snares. Snares, I always wondered what they were for. It was fun dismantling them. It's so nice to finally see another face. Scruffy and I have been traveling for weeks. I'm Andy, what's your name? Save the questions for later. Whatever, fucking let him be a dick. Are we close? Nope. A few more minutes? Hours. That long? I'm starting to regret bringing you along. Absolute silence. Got it. What a grouchy old man. I can hear you. Smoke? Scruffy, we're here! She's fast. What a vast wheat field. Is that your house? This way. The houses are far apart. I've never seen a place so big. Didn't you say you were from Corin? I am. Corin is 10 times bigger than this place. We're here. Wow. The walls are made of stone. Randy, is that you? Randy? So that's his name. Shirley. Who's that with you? Randy, you haven't been home in 3 days. I told Dad I would be out trapping. Your father just got back from the city. I left him a note. Go on and wash up for supper. Wait, she's... Who might you be? The most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I found her in the woods, lost as a sheep. The woods? Whatever were you doing in the woods, little dear? Looks like you've been through there a long time. Smells like it, too. Randy! Don't. Little dear, who are your parents? You'd think I'd recognize all the tenants by now. No one we'd know. She's from Corin. Corin? However did you end up here? What do you mean? I don't understand. Miles of forest and a long line of cliffs separate our estate from the cities in the south. Only a crazy person would come up that way. Lost as a sheep. You're lucky Randy found you. There's only miles of more wilderness ahead. And he honestly doesn't bring girls home. She's not a girl. Yes, she is. As you can clearly tell. Mind your manners, young man. Anyway, you must be tired. Let's get you cleaned up and we'll talk more after supper, alright? Gertie, will you please come out here for a moment? Yes, ma'am. Darling, will you help our guest wash up and find her a change of clothes? Certainly. Hello. Not to worry, missus. I'll have her washed up and clean in no time. She's in good hands. Oh dear, I forgot to ask her name. A wolf? Randy! So what's your story, dearie? You've come a long way from a bath. For a bath? About time, I think. I haven't got one. Don't be silly, everyone's got a story. Like, where'd you get that funny hat of yours? My hat? Oh, yes. Or what are you doing in the woods alone? You're not a witch, are you? What's your name anyway? Andy. My name is Andrea. Andrea. Well, I'm Gertrude, see? Now, we're getting somewhere. And your funny hat? Well, my hat, I got it from the healer who saved me. Saved you? What on earth from? Well, the truth of it is, I call myself Andrea, but I don't really know who I am. Olive Coat, you've done a wonderful job here. Absolutely wonderful work. And not to mention, great lineup too. 6K and 300 something with 122 likes. Doing good. I like it. Definitely show this creator some more love. Beautiful art. Good storytelling. Overall. Ooh, we're lucky. Brand new webtoon hasn't been read yet. And the latest episode today. So let's see what we got. Silver Rain. Gonna drop the link so I don't forget it because we may not make it to the rest. We're actually getting pretty good at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on number 6, the goal. All right, starting off with some good looking art. Some good looking art with some death. We've already freezed the mom. I hope you're at peace, mother. Cling, 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 cling. Cling, cling. Okay, so what? Are we running? This is gonna sound super nitpicky, but we're looking back behind her. We're looking from the front, so she's still facing, let's say, north. She hears something. Okay, fair enough. Fair point. Ooh, this gap's super huge. Super huge gap. Oh, it's literally a page of white. Like you can tell because this is the bottom of the frame. This is the bottom of the frame. Way too big of a gap here. The Serenity Pool. I haven't been here in a while. Or I haven't been here since. Rila, you must remember the spell. When the temple chimes, use the spell to summon the lords. I like the blurred face still. And with a chow chow chow! Will you remember, Rayla? Of course, Mama. Will you remember? Remember the spell. Just the spell. Okay. Good art. Lots of white space. I'll give them that. Like this. We got no. Too much white space. If my entire screen can be white for no reason. A good series to read would actually be, even though it's a horror story, definitely go check out Home Sweet Home. It is by far one of the best webtoons I can recommend in terms of pacing and spacing. I have seen very few webtoons do a better job like that. City of Blanks is also a great one to read for pacing. There's so much wasted space. So much wasted space. Like you have 2 full pages of just white. And for those of you who don't know, I'm using Tailwind, which is like where you see this right here. It will tell me where the bottom of a page is. So that's how I can tell. All right. They look pretty pissed off. Got it. What should, oh, did I miss something here? So she's right there. She's right there. These guys are here. What should we do? We have never faced this kind of situation before. How can we protect the villages if we have no guardian? They rejected their only guardian. This is why we must get into contact with Princess CA. Who are you? How dare you summon us? And where is the priestess? My lords, my name is Rila. I am the daughter of the priestess Sia. We got one more, whatever. We'll check it out. My lords, I am the daughter of the priestess. The priestess has passed away. She was protecting her village by fighting against an evil spirit and died from the severity of her wounds. I am her next of kin. I am ready to take her place. Whisper, whisper. Y'all ain't really got a damn choice in the matter. That's how that conversation goes. Very well. There is a village named Maizu, and its people have rejected the guardian, fighting against the ghosts and spirits. The only possible reason for them to reject their guardian is if he became corrupted. He has a village trapped in a barrier. No one can get in or out. We need the priestess to go through the barrier, find the guardian, and return him to us alive so that we may deal with him directly. We need you, Priestess Rila, to go to Mazu. I have to leave my home. So feedback on this one would be, it would help hugely if, like, so we get this establishing shot, but what might help a little bit more is a much bigger establishing shot of the local environment. That way we can see, one, where the pool is in relation to the cave is in relation to the house, because right here you have her at this little pool, and then all of a sudden we hear these chimes, and what I pictured is right outside this little burial chamber or a little worship area is the pool itself, because you still got the chimes and all that kind of stuff. And she talks about how she hasn't been here in a while since her mother died, but we have no real time frame for any of that. So we don't have time for when these events took place, how old she was when her mother died or not. and that would give context to she hasn't been here in years versus she hasn't been here in days. And also, uh, like, we're assuming that these spirits, um, or the lords, as I believe they're called, my biggest thing about the lords is like they know about these events that are happening in other villages, and they're basically saying the only reason that the guardian would even that the people would reject the guardian is, you know, if they became corrupt. But they don't even know what happened to their own priestess. So like they apparently have some level of clairvoyance but not clairvoyance, and so their attitude came off a little bit kind of weird because they're powerful but they're not powerful at all, considering this is like their home, I guess. So a little bit more context on these guys, their dialogue would help, because she immediately pops out like, "What do we do?" And I would also ask the question like, do they not communicate with each other in the afterworld, or can they only communicate with each other once they're here? But they apparently know the situations that's going on. So just a little bit more grounding in the environment would help with this whole like scene here, and definitely closing some of these gaps. Like these gaps are massive. So for the biggest advice I'd have is pretend these gaps are your space for tension. Basically, how you want your story to be paced. The closer these are together, the basically the quicker the action is going to happen. So in action scenes, you're going to want them closer, but in like moments of great distress, that's when you'll want them basically spaced out a little bit more. But I've rarely seen in my time reading webtoons where you want an entire page worth of, you know, blank space, maybe a half a page, in terms of like the canvas page, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So that would be my only feedback. Did we already put this in here? Yes, we did. So we got through 6 really cool webtoons. As always, you guys need to make sure that you check out those respective webtoons, and also do not forget, we got Devil's Deal going live tonight, and I believe the next hour is when it's scheduled to be launched. So go check out what happens and who this mysterious guest is that's coming to the house. Let me know what you guys would like me to read. If you have any, let me know in the comments, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, doesn't matter. If it's Canvas, let's get to discovering some of these creators that deserve more attention for their hard work.